welcome to Midweek Connect from Elim Church Romsey. My name's Dave Walker, and I want to encourage you today with this broadcast with something from Psalms. I read recently Psalm 32, and my title today is My Hiding Place. And in this psalm we see how David in the Old Testament physically needed to find a hiding place from those who were pursuing him, but yet at the same time that hiding place was not just a protection from danger, it was a spiritual hiding place. It provided a depth for him in his life where he really got to know God. So the hiding place was two things. But I don't know if you've ever had a secret hiding place when you've been young. Personally, for me, there are certain places, even now, that I go to that I need to hide there. It might be just a drive somewhere, or a particular walk, or a room in the house where I can be quiet and just mentally offload everything. We had a friend of mine who used to work at the same company as me. I won't mention his name, but it was a newspaper company where I used to work. And because I was a sales representative, I could actually go out and I could nip home if I needed to, for any particular reason. But this man just loved to sleep, and he couldn't sleep because he worked in the office all day. And he used to find a hiding place in the actual building. And there was a particular room where he was, which I had to go in once to get something. And he was asleep in the corner, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Don't tell anybody." And I said, "Well, I'm not going to tell anybody." But he was somebody who liked to sleep a lot. He liked to have his afternoon nap. And do you have a hiding place? Well, I want to suggest to you today that the best hiding place you could possibly have is with God, is spending time with God. Getting into his presence, away from everything, turning your phone off. When I was young, but this Psalm 32 describes how to do it. Let's read through Psalm 32. I'm just going up to up to 7 verses. Blessed is he or she whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man whose sin the Lord does not count against him, and in whose spirit is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones wasted away, through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was sapped as in the heat of summer. Then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin. Therefore, let everyone who is guilty pray, so everyone is godly, pray to you while you may be found. Surely, when the mighty waters rise, they will not reach him. You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance. Here is the key of how to find that hiding place. You see, you can't just go and sit down and pray. That's not possible, I'm afraid. You can't just pray, you can't just spend time with God unless you have a relationship with God. Because he talks here about when I kept silent, my bones wasted away. There are so many people who are going through problems who do not acknowledge the existence of God, or the possibility of a relationship with God, or the power or the might of God through Jesus Christ, what Jesus Christ has done on the cross. Personally, I've only got to look at things like infinity, eternity, and molecular structure, and within 5 seconds, I realise that God exists. Before anything else, I've been a Christian, since the mid-80s, but I don't need anybody to explain it to me. It's obvious. You look at the world. So he talks here about when he said, "For day and night your hand was heavy upon me, my strength was sapped. Then I acknowledged my sin to you." When we acknowledge our position to God and say, "God, I'm really sorry. I've messed up. I've done so many things that I shouldn't. and not done things that I saw, but acknowledge Jesus Christ, what you've done for me on the cross. Accept me. Forgive me. Draw me into your community. And then every time we go to that hiding place, that physical hiding place, like King David did, we have a spiritual hiding place because we've given our hearts to Jesus. I want to dare you to devote the rest of this year to Jesus, to spending time in prayer. If you're a Christian, are you a Christian today? I dare you to spend an hour in prayer or half an hour in prayer every day. If you're not a Christian, then I want to challenge you to discover the truths of the Bible. This incredible hiding place that David found here, where he would spend time with God. It wasn't a physical place. It was the state of coming to God and saying, God, without you I'm worthless, and with you I am everything. There's a hiding place out there for you, and it's spending time with Jesus. God bless you. Come along and join us at Elim Church Romsey this particular Sunday. We look forward to seeing you. But thank you for tuning in to Midweek Connect from Elim Church Romsey today.